Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening to be fought over three-minute rounds under unified amateur mixed martial arts rules in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he enters the cage with a record of 1 victory, 1 defeat, representing Apex MMA. Please welcome Alistair Fitzharris. His opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, enters the cage with a record of 1 victory, no defeats, representing Impact MMA. Please welcome Matty Jones. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. McClement.
Referee McClement about to get this one underway. Featherweight action on deck. 3 3-minute rounds if they need them. Alistair Fitzharris in the solid black taking on Matty Jones in the black with yellow trim. Jones looks to be the slightly physically smaller fighter here, Jamie. Not a whole lot in it though.
Yeah, Matty Jones, the Welshman, he's going to come straight forward. You know, he's got a very good team over at Impact. Ian Williams, their head coach over there. But again, he's got a tough opponent here with Fitzharris, with Jimmy Hayes in his corner. So both very experienced gyms on FCC.
Yeah, both these guys have come from gyms well represented on FCC, and Ian Williams obviously fought here many, many times here at the University of Bolton Stadium.
So far, Jones taking that centre, really sort of cutting the angles off from Fitzharris.
Yeah, very nice traditional martial arts striking style, those big straight teep kicks and front kicks.
Yeah, he's just cutting the centre off for Fitzharris and making it a little bit awkward for him on the feet at the minute. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them kicks set up a little bit with the jab from both guys. Actually, both guys are throwing the kicks before throwing the hands.
Fitzharris staying on his toes here, happy to circle and dart around the outside of the cage, looking for that opening.
Jones just taking that centre and just really sort of trying to. I think he's just trying to work Fitzharris out here, to be honest with you. I think the way he's pushing him back, he's just looking at getting that cut off and seeing what he can do with Fitzharris.
A lot of feints and jerky movements here from both guys as well, looking for that opening. And you've got to believe, Jamie, both these guys are looking on throwing that big head kick for the one-shot KO. They're going to spend a lot of time feinting, dodging, and looking for that opening. You look at guys at the highest level like Lyoto Machida in the UFC bringing that karate style, and all it was feints and fakes, and then boom, he throws one crazy kick and it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I've seen from Fitzharris so far is he seems to throw a lot of kicks before he throws any kind of punches. He likes that distance control, where looking at Jones, he's actually level changing quite a lot. So he's looking at, he did a minute ago, he looked at a couple of level changes where he may go in for a takedown, or he may see he's feinting a little bit from the head. But neither guys are throwing any venom into these shots so far.
Could all change on a sixpence though. Both these guys clearly well decorated strikers. Nice leg kick there from Alistair Fitzharris.
See, Matty Jones has gone from in the first sort of interval he was trying to cut the cage off. Now he's fallen into that path of following Fitzharris around the cage.
Both men still throwing a lot of feints here as we enter the last 10 seconds of the first round. Nice left hooks from Fitzharris in the scramble, landed a good straight left there as well. Jones follows up with a head kick, but went off the gloves. And that's an interesting first round, Jamie. It's going to be a difficult one for the judges to pick apart, I feel.
Yeah, I think it's always tough to call a round like that, where not much happened. Let's be very frank about it. You know, and there was a lot of movement, a lot of feints, a lot of level changing. But, you know, apart from that, there wasn't many shots landed. One thing I'd like to see from Matty Jones, I'd like to see him revert back to what he did at the start of the fight, where he was cutting off the cage and making Fitzharris struggle to move around the cage. He's now giving a bit of a free flow to do what he wants and move wherever he wants, and Jones is just following him, Brad.
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot more lateral movement from Matty Jones, arcing from side to side, stopping his man, curving around the outside of the cage, and as you say, Jamie, not falling into that trap where he's constantly following him wherever he goes. Obviously, when the fighter follows you, it makes it a lot easier to find those openings and catch them coming in.
Yeah, but that's where Fitzharris is really has fell upon himself there in that first round, because he's not thrown enough shots where he's been moving around. He's done a lot of movement, but not thrown enough shots with the hands. I'd like to see more hands from Fitzharris in this round, Brad.
Well, let's see what we get here. Second of 3 3-minute rounds in this featherweight contest here at FCC 23. Brad Warren and Jamie Hay calling the action for you from cage side, and privileged to do so. Huge pro card coming up later this evening.
Yeah, it's almost like a spar at the minute, this, between the two. It's like they've not really engaged enough to turn it into a scrap or a fight, and both are, they both complement each other's shots, and at the minute I think they need to turn this on and really start to strike and throw venomous shots.
Slip there from Jones. Let's see if Fitzharris can capitalise. As you say, Jamie, almost like a hard spar at this point, or a point karate kind of contest.
Yeah, that's the feel it's got to it at a minute, where they're both just looking for movement, looking for that positioning, as opposed to looking to land that shot on the chin. And I've not seen a level change this round so far from Matty Jones, but if I was in the corner of Jones, I'd be asking for that wrestling technique that Ian Williams puts into all of his lads.
Yeah, if we're saying this is a point karate contest, I want to see a crane kick.
Absolutely.
If do right, no can defend.
There's still a round and a half left of this, Brad, so it could happen. But at the minute, like I say, there's not enough venom in these shots at the minute for me.
Both guys seem to be playing the long game here, Jamie, so perhaps not wanting to load up anything too much, trying to outwork their opponents, but neither guy really landing with a massive amount of volume.
Yeah, again, it's a lot of 1-2s, move away, sort of in and out. I mean, I've not really seen Fitzharris throw more than a single shot at the minute, Brad.
Fitzharris still working from the outside for the majority of this contest thus far. Jones again seems to be falling into that trap of following his man around rather than using lateral movement to cut him off.
And again, single shots. Now we've got a takedown, so we could see something different. This is where Jones is giving his back straight away. I'd like to see Fitzharris try and get that hook in now.
Jones doing great work to try and get his back on the cage early here. He's going to use that to try and get back to his feet as Alistair Fitzharris looks to climb through the guard.
Yeah.
And it's looking like Fitzharris has got the better of this exchange, Jamie.
Well, this is exactly where Fitzharris wants to be. And once Jones locks it in on that half guard against the cage, it's a perfect position to throw the shots now. Hammer fist from here, and you can even drop that right knee every now and then as well, because your legs are locked in on that left-hand side.
Yeah, don't see enough knees to the body in amateur MMA for my money. Final 10 seconds. Fitzharris looking to put a massive exclamation mark on this round. Big punches from Fitzharris up against the cage. Big shots. Jones covering up there. And that's what we wanted to see, Jamie.
Yeah, that's what we've been asking for this whole fight, Brad. Fitzharris there really turned that pressure up. And the gas turned up so much towards the end of that round. The shots were coming in, and the ground control wasn't great from Fitzharris, but the shots that we were throwing was perfect.
Let's talk about round 3. You've got to believe then Alistair Fitzharris is surely going to be looking for that takedown early doors.
Well, he's got to be. For me, straight away, it looks like he's got the stronger wrestling, just from the initial takedown. But if I was in the corner of Ian Williams, it was a nothing first round. So you've got to think he's lost that second round. What do you do in the third? Maybe go for a takedown himself and try and even it up a little bit. So let's see what Matty Jones can do on the wrestling side. And we all know that Ian Williams is a very good wrestler, very talented young man in his own right himself, and he's got a great team over at Impact. So let's hopefully Matty Jones will come out and sort of implement his game now of the wrestling side and see what he can do in this fight.
We're not judges, obviously, but the first round seemed like it could be a wash. The second round, I definitely believe Alistair Fitzharris took with that late takedown and flurry of strikes. It could all be to play for in this round. First blood to Fitzharris there with the kick to the thigh. And Fitzharris pouncing here, landed a nice right hand in that exchange.
Yeah, I think Fitzharris has got a bit of momentum behind him now coming out of that last round, Brad.
And what he wasn't doing in the first round that he is doing here is using that kick to set up a combination. He's not just throwing single shots anymore.
He's staying on the outside. He's not really being hit. So, that, you know, I think he's worked that out. He's not going to get hit too much from Matty Jones, even when he sort of comes in like that. There we go. And that's what he wanted, Brad, from Fitzharris.
Went for the double, switches to a single leg now. Needs to rip his man off the cage and run the pipe.
Yeah, he can switch to that ankle pick up for the right ankle if he wanted as well there, but he's let it go.
Yeah, good job from Jones there defending that. He looked to grab that Kimura grip on the far side during that exchange, and it just gave Fitzharris things to think about.
See, even against the cage, Fitzharris doesn't really get hit much.
Nice 1-2 there from Jones. He's going to have to land a few more of those again. Fitzharris changing levels, changes direction, and gets that takedown. Can he keep his man on the mat, though?
Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted. You know, he turned that corner there straight away. He's gone to that double leg tie up, and he's now looking for side control. He's got side control. Maybe look to just stay here for a second or so. He's got that crossface. He can put some pressure down on the crossface as well.
Oh, good work from Matty Jones there to get to his knees and ultimately back to his feet. Fitzharris pressing his man onto the cage here, and he looked so good with those flurries against the cage at the end of the second round. Let's see what he looks to do here.
Yeah, he's going for that single leg. Again, he can go for that ankle pick. That ankle, he's sat there waiting to go. Good work from Matty Jones, though.
Jones immediately popping back up, but still in a very disadvantageous position. Needs to create a much wider base there, Jamie.
Yeah, he definitely does. He needs to widen his base against the cage. He needs to switch his hips out a little bit as well. He keeps putting his legs too close together, which is making it a bit easier for, there we go, which is making it a lot easier for Fitzharris to get that takedown.
Yeah, as soon as Fitzharris got a grip around the posting leg, he's able to deposit his man on the mat. Fitzharris looking to flurry again up against the cage, perhaps.
But you've now got to think, if you're in the corner of Matty Jones, that he's got to do something now. He's got to really try and turn it on and finish this round with a finish, realistically.
Looking for that Kimura grip on the far side. Again, a takedown, final 10 seconds of the round. Fitzharris looking for a big finish here. Jones looking for some chopping shots on the inside.
Well, a great fight. You know, that the first round was a bit of a stalemate, let's be fair, but the second 2 rounds, Fitzharris was all over that, in my opinion.
Yeah, the end of the second round, he got that big takedown and a huge flurry up against the cage. The third round was absolutely, undoubtedly, Alistair Fitzharris has scored a number of takedowns, putting the pressure on. My opinion is he's going to get his hand raised here. We'll see what the judges think. Hopefully they feel the same way. But, you know, neither of these guys got anything massively to be disappointed about. They're both newcomers to the sport. They're both amateurs, and they've both gone up against, you know, an opponent of an equal skill level here. So no shame, regardless of who gets the hand raised and who doesn't. That was a nice fight. Both guys will have a lot to build on next week in the gym.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. With a unanimous decision, your winner in the blue corner, Alistair Fitzharris.